So about a year and a half ago, a fix for Joy-Con drift has been found by YouTuber VK's channel that involves using a piece of cardboard to put pressure on the worn down joystick compartments. I myself and many others did this, and to everybody's surprise, it actually worked, and at the time, it was a really good fix and it worked. For a time, at least. Eventually, mine started drifting again, but I can't remember how long it took for the drift to kick back in. Fast forward, I decided to pick up a Joy-Con repair kit by GuliKit or GillyKit, mostly for the screwdrivers, since I could not find my Miniso ones that I used a year and a half ago. The kit came with extra sticks which I could have used, but I didn't really have the guts to mess with some potentially sensitive wiring. But other than that, the kit came with other useful tools like some tweezers and a pry tool, which is gonna be pretty useful. Now if you have Joy-Con drift yourself and you want to try the card fix for yourself, I suggest you go to VK's video as it explains the situation in great detail. Now, do this at your own risk if you don't have much experience when working with Joy-Con internals, and you could also risk breaking your SL, SR buttons on your Joy-Con, but only those two, as the other inputs work fine even after the fix. If you're mostly playing single player games like Zelda, Persona, Pokemon, you should be fine, but games where you can use the Joy-Con sideways like Mario Kart or Cuphead, it is a risk to take when doing this. Now, in my case, of course, I've already done this fix before on this Joy-Con that just drifted again after a while, so the point of this video is to revisit that fix and see if it still works today. Now, my situation could be different than yours, so the results of my fix does not always mean the same will happen to you. It could be a different outcome for you. So into the repair, I already encountered my first major roadblock in that one of the screws was stripped, so I spent the next 3 hours trying so hard to get that screw out alone. Look at the mess I made on my desk trying to get the tools to get this thing out. It was really difficult, but at least I can move on now to the next step, which is opening the compartment itself. Sure enough, the card I placed a year and a half ago was still there, so I removed some compartments, and right away I saw that the card was slightly off-centered, probably due to gravity over time. You were supposed to even the card so it could apply pressure on the stick equally, and also the card was slightly bent in of itself, so this was another reason why I wanted to revisit the fix. Anyways, I cut some fake Pokemon card like I did before and carefully placed it on the stick and slowly put it back together. Oh, and as for the strip screw, I knew just the place to get a spare. Yeah, my blue Joy-Con from 2017 was already bloated as heck and basically broken, so I took one of the screws out and transferred it over to the green one. Last but not least was of course testing, and sure enough it worked like new, so now I can use my Switch in handheld mode to play some Persona 5 Royal. So in conclusion, the fix still does work. Considering that the card was in there for a year and a half, it does make sense to put a fresh new card on there to basically reapply pressure to the joystick. Of course, like I said before, do this at your own risk if you have almost no experience with any internals, plus you could risk breaking your SLSR buttons, but at the very least the joystick works fine now, for me at least. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope this proves my point of redoing the fix, though it may not work for you. The results may vary, but at least it's another step in combating Joy-Con drift even after the card trick. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. GG, well played.